guys, this is Natalie. You're watching Haul Lotta Love. I thought I would just share a haul that I did. I actually went on a mini vacation with my husband a couple of days ago. We live in New Jersey, so we definitely like to take advantage of the shore. Jersey definitely has a lot to offer, and we both desperately needed a vacation. He was working consecutive 15-hour days, and I work in an office, and I don't have a lot of time for vacation this year, so we just decided we had these 2 days we could take, and we were going to make the most out of them. So we spent the first night in Red Bank, New Jersey. There's a lot of really cool shops there, and then we went to Point Pleasant the next day, spent the day at the beach on the boardwalk, and then we went to Atlantic City that night, and that was Friday night, and we went to the casinos, got a really good dinner, and next day we rented bikes and we rode them on the boardwalk, and it was really, really awesome. It was an amazing experience. We did a lot, and I did a ton of shopping, so I just want to go ahead and get into that right now. So in addition to the main strip of Red Bank, I don't know if it's called Main Street or what, there's a few really nice stores and little shops, record shops, clothing, boutiques, restaurants and things like that. But they also have a really nice mall called the Grove, which is actually kind of a funny name to me because it's like it's like LA. I know there's a big mall there called the Grover Shopping District. I'm not really sure, I haven't been there, but it's just cool. It kind of speaks to that a little bit, I feel like. And there are a lot of really upscale stores. It was on the website, it's described as like a luxury lifestyle location or something like that, which I thought was funny. It's it's just an outdoor mall, and one of the stores I went to there was Blue Mercury, and I got a lot of beauty cosmetic type things there, and I think I will start with that. One of the first little stands I visited at Blue Mercury was in the NARS counter, and I got the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I've been wanting to try this for a while. I feel like it's a cult fave. It's been out for a really long time. This is what the bottle looks like. It doesn't come with a pump or anything like that. I think it's kind of an old school packaging that they really should update. Also, I know NARS does this rubberized packaging, but it's already like super dirty. I used it once. It's on my face right now. The shade I picked was Light 4 Deauville. I guess that's probably in French, the name of it. I think it's a pretty good match. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like when I was putting it on, first of all, this pump thing, it's a little weird consistency. I have it on my hand right here. You can see that right there. It's pretty, it's kind of an interesting formula because it's very, very dewy, sheer glow. I definitely wouldn't call it sheer though. I think it's kind of a medium. You could even build it up to a full coverage. So it's a little bit odd to have a foundation formula that's so dewy but also such high coverage. It kind of threw me back a little bit. But as it dried down, it's not as dewy as it looked at first. I think it's actually kind of drying down really nice to have like more of a skin-like finish. I actually think it's pretty, so I'm going to play around with this one a little bit more. That's kind of just like a heavy swatch of it on my hand. I think it's pretty nice. I don't think it's gonna ever be my favorite, but I'll play around with that one a little more, and that's the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. The next item that I got was this YSL palette. This is called the Couture Variation 10 color eye palette. I got the shade number 3 Paris. These are pretty nice. I prefer these to their quads or quints. I've tried a couple of those and they really didn't impress me too much. I just felt like, the pigmentation wasn't there on some of the other ones I tried, and they kind of have these novelty, like pretty sparkly colors that don't really, do much. They might, might be able to like top your lid with some of those colors, but they didn't really give me too much to work with. But I have one of these other 10 pan palettes. I've had one before and they're pretty nice. I don't know which one that one was. It was like one of the more nude, neutral nude ones. But this one's called Paris. It's kind of like a pinky purpley color story over here. I think they're pretty nice. They have a little bit of kickback, but the pigmentation's pretty good. It kind of lives up to the luxury, you know, label of YSL, and these aren't too cheap. They're pretty pricey, these 10 pans. So, you know, it should be good. And I do like this. It only has one really matte shade in the palette, the one right here, you know, with the YSL embossing on it right there. That's, I believe that to be the, actually no, there's two. There's that one, and then there's a dark plummy kind of color at the end. So the last two shades are the only two mattes. And those are pretty good shades to have as mattes. Those are, you know, it's kind of like a darker transition. Not my favorite, but you could definitely use that as a transition crease color, and then you have your outer corner color here in the matte. So it's pretty workable as a standalone palette. Even this one for like my fair skin tone, this second shade could be used kind of as a transition. Actually, that one's matte too, so let me just take a close look at this. So there's 3 mattes in the palette out of 10, so there's 7 shimmers. I'm just gonna swatch a couple of these. Oh, there's a really pretty pink color. This color is absolutely gorgeous, this pink here. So this is what some of those colors look like in the YSL Paris palette. Swatched on my arm, you can see the pigmentation on those is pretty strong. I used this pink one here, which is really gorgeous, the other day, patted over my lid on top of a colored rain shadow from the Queen of Hearts palette, and it looked really pretty. It just gave like an additional brightness and sparkle in the center of my lid. I want to do a full look with these. I did use them, you know, with that other look, but I had the colored rain shadow be like the star of the show because I can't really go wrong with those colors because they're Colored Rain makes amazing eyeshadow, so I kind of mixed with this and that palette. I do want to do a standalone look. I think it'll come out pretty nice, but I do like these YSL shadows. And it does come with a really nice brush. That's one of the things I do like about their 10 pans. This is actually a really nice, like, workable brush. You can see it has like kind of like a little more of a buffing. It's kind of between a shader and more of a blending brush. And then there's one for like detail, maybe even packing on the other end. So that's pretty good. Usually these aren't too nice in these palettes, but I feel like that brush is pretty good. Next thing that I got was this Bobbi Brown Piece Eyeshadow Trio. And this is part of their new collection. They came out with a few products for their summer collection. So this is an eyeshadow palette, and this is the Seafoam Sparkle eyeshadow, or Seafoam Sparkle shade. I think they had 1 or 2 more of these trios, but this is the one that really caught my eye. The other ones are pretty neutral, but I thought this one was pretty unique. You can see the packaging right here, Peace, Love, and Beach. And it's kind of like a canvas packaging, so I think this is really nice. And then you open it up, and these are the 3 shadows that you get in that palette. These are really pretty. I'm wearing this first shade here, kind of patted over my lid again over a colored rain shadow. I didn't know how this would perform on its own because it is so sparkly, so I wanted some kind of insurance. So I put a teal colored rain on my lid, and then I patted this over top. It definitely brightened and gave it a little more sparkle. Yeah, these are pretty sheer. There's 2 sparkly shades that are similar formula, very sheer, and then there's one light regular shimmer shade that I think will probably have more pigment. So that's the first shade in the palette. And then this is that middle shade. Yeah, this one is, it's not as sparkly, but it has a little bit more pigment to it. I think this would probably, you know, if you use this palette on its own, this would be the nice shade to put underneath, and then either one of these could kind of go over top to give it that dimension and sparkle. And this is the final one. This is more of a powdery kind of blue color rather than the more teal colors that the other 2 are. So those are the 3 shadows for the Bobbi Brown palette. So I'm just going to swatch these on my other arm here. So you can see them right there. I mean, they're pretty light shades, so you're not going to get like a lot of contrast between my fair skin, but they actually swatch out pretty nice, and I'm going to definitely see if I can do a full lid color with that middle shade and then one of these other sparkly ones over top. I think that will be really pretty, and it will give a good color payoff. The packaging is really, really cute. It's very summery. It's like kind of like a summer tote bag that you would take on the beach. And I also got another item from that Bobbi Brown collection. It is the glow stick. and it's in the shade Bikini. So this is the outer packaging. And this is what it looks like. So when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be kind of like a blush, but what actually intrigued me, because there's, you know, it's not too common of a product like a stick blush, but this really intrigued me because it's very, very sheer. Let's see it right there. It's kind of like, it kind of exists between like a blush and a highlight. So it seems like it'll be one of those cool colors. It's very glossy and sheer. It has that little bit of pink rosiness to it. It seems like one of those nice products you could just dab over your cheeks when you're not trying to do like a full bronze, blush, highlight. It seems like one of those nice things you could just kind of put on and be done with it, and it gives you a little bit of glow like a highlight, a little bit of color like a blush. So I'm really curious to try that. It just has this really pretty sheen to it. Seems like a pretty unique kind of color. So I'm excited about that. They also had one that was a little more bronzy that I also wanted to get, but I kind of stopped myself. I was like, this is, you know, it probably would have been pretty nice, you know, kind of again to mimic a bronze, you know, bronze look without having to use bronzer and then a highlight. I just felt like that one was maybe a little more geared towards darker skin tones, and that was just kind of my way to convince myself not to get it. But I think, you know, either one of these is kind of like a nice, you know, either, you know, just like a topper, just something you could throw on, you know, in lieu of anything else, and that's perfect for summer. It's good that it's part of the summer collection because you don't want to put a bunch of crazy stuff on your skin, you know, in the summer. So another product that I got at Blue Mercury was the Chantecaille. It's the, let me just open it up. It's like a tinted moisturizer. Yeah, this is the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 15. And this is what it looks like. It kind of has a silver matte packaging. It's a squeezy tube. And Chantecaille is pretty high-end. It's cool that they carry that at Blue Mercury. I've been wanting to try this for a really long time, and I was just kind of like, oh, would you recommend this? And of course they're going to say yes. You know, whoever you're, you know, speaking to, so you could buy something. But they said that this was actually had more coverage than their than Chantecaille's actual foundation, which I thought was kind of funny. And this is the one that intrigued me more anyway, so I was like, okay, cool, I'll get that. And I have the shade Glow here. And again, you know, she kind of recommended maybe a lighter shade to me, but she said it was a little more pink toned. And so I went with this one called the Glow. And I tried it on my skin while I was on the trip, and I think it actually is a little bit too dark for me. Maybe if I were, you know, a lot more tan or had a spray tan or something like that. I don't really spray tan too often. But yeah, I might end up picking up lighter shade that she had originally recommended. So this is the Glow shade of the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. It's really beautiful on the skin. It's very, very dewy. It does offer some coverage, and it stays the way, you know, you see it. See that sheen there. When you apply it, it's pretty long lasting for a tinted moisturizer, and something so dewy. That's what I like about it. It just gives that like really dewy skin-like finish, and it stays like that, you know, for most of the time that you're wearing it. The last product I got at Blue Mercury is this NARS bronzer. It's one of those new bronzers they came out with. It's called the Sunwash Diffusing Bronzer. So this is the packaging. It's the usual NARS rubberized packaging that gets fingerprints all over it really quickly. And that's what it looks like. This is in the shade Seaside. I think this is the lightest shade they offered. They also had Laguna and a couple of others. I actually like a more of a, you know, reddish tint to my bronzer. I don't really want it to be too neutral. I don't really do too much contouring, so I just wanted to actually warm up the skin. And this one I think is pretty nice. It's a very weird texture. Like when you're putting your brush in it, you feel like you're getting no product. Like it almost feels like you're touching plastic, like it wasn't real makeup, like it was like a plastic fake compact, like that was a toy. But it actually does deliver pigment. I've never really felt anything quite like that. That's the bronzer right there. And it's really pretty. I'm wearing it right now, and I didn't really expect it to have a lot of payoff or have it be very buildable, but it kind of gives you a lot of pigment straight off, but it's not overwhelming. Like it's kind of like a nice in-between. It's not super pigmented, but it's not super sheer either that you have to continue building it and building it. It really does have that diffused look to it. So I think this is a winner. And one thing that I really like about going to Bluemercury is that if you spend, I'm not sure how much it is that you spend, but if you buy a bunch of products like I did and reach a certain threshold, they usually give you like this free little bag of samples, and they're very, very generous with the samples. And it actually comes in a nice little bag that you could reuse for makeup, carry makeup and stuff like that. This is the Molten Brown Body Wash. Oh, actually very cool. Wow, this is really exciting. This isn't, I'm just opening this for the first time. This is Oribe Gold Lust Dry Shampoo. Oribe is, I think everybody knows, is really expensive, and they have really good products. These, last, couple of times, these little sizes. You could definitely get some use out of them. I've gotten them in like, my beauty box, monthly beauty boxes before. I haven't gotten this yet, so I'm excited to actually try that, the Gold Lust Dry Shampoo. I also got a Mario Badescu, pretty nice size, deluxe size, Hydro Moisturizer with vitamin C. Bumble and Bumble All Style Blow Dry. Philip Thomas Roth Cucumber Gel Mask. That's really nice. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's a beauty blender, a small size of the beauty blender cleanser. I really like this to clean my beauty blenders. So I definitely appreciate that. And some Moroccan oil treatment. I think this is just the original Moroccan oil. There's a couple other things in there, but that's pretty exciting. And the Super Goop Setting Mist with rosemary. It actually has SPF in it, SPF 50. So it's pretty cool setting spray with SPF. Kind of like a awesome multitasking product. I want to try that. So that's all the stuff I got at Bluemercury, and that was at the Grove in Red Bank, New Jersey. They have a lot of other cool stores there. While I was there, I also went to Anthropologie and got a bunch of stuff. One of the things I got was this this top. It's like an emerald green, one of my favorite colors. Has just kind of like that stretchy material. But it's a button down. This is kind of like a nice work top. Kind of put a cardigan over it or something like that. Good for summer so you can layer since it's hot. I also got this bralette. I like these on the weekends. They're really comfortable. Yeah, and I tried this on, and it fits pretty well. Seems like it's pretty supportive. A lot of those bralettes, unless you're have a smaller chest, they're hard to. They don't hold everything in, so it's nice when you find one that does. That one's pretty good. I also got this really pretty dress from Anthropologie. It's so unique. It's like really colorful. It's from the brand Eva Fransco. So that's what it looks like. It kind of has like a little drawstring type of ribbon around it. Has like a knitted look to it. It almost has like that vintage 60s, 70s, like it's lined inside, so it's not just this material. But it's pretty nice. I thought it was pretty unique. Yeah, I think it's like a nice dress, so a nice dress for work. And when I was actually in Red Bank, like on the main strip, I forget what that street is called, but I went to Urban Outfitters, and I was able to get a couple of cool things. I got this turtleneck. I had been eyeing it for a while, but I didn't get it the past couple times I've been to Urban Outfitters and they had it. It's actually like a crop top, but it has like a cool, like kind of retro look to it, just a striped. And some seasons with these stores can be like a little bit hit or miss, and I find that right now Urban Outfitters, this season, spring, summer collection is really nice. They have like a lot of really cool looking prints. Like a lot of rompers with a lot of really cool looking prints like this one that I got. I'm not usually a fan of rompers, but this one's like just very loose and flowy. I thought it was a tunic at first, but it actually does have the little shorts. So this is like a really cool pattern. I really like this. And I also got at Urban Outfitters this, it's kind of like a jumpsuit. It's long, it's not a romper, so it like goes all the way down, and these are pants. See that there? And the top is kind of has like cutouts. I think that's a nice outfit, like, with some heels for like going out during the summer. I was actually gonna wear it when I was in Atlantic City, but it was pretty cold that night, so I wore something else. But I can't wait to rock this with a nice like red lip or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Also, when we were at the Grove in Red Bank, the mall, outdoor mall, I went to Free People, and I got this really cool band tee. It's a Lynyrd Skynyrd tee. I'm not really, never really got into them too much, but I'm just obsessed with band t-shirts, like old school vintage looking rocker tees. This one's pretty unique. It's very distressed looking. This is by the brand, it's called Trunk. I know Free People has a lot of tees by this brand. They have like a very soft material, distressed vintage style. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but this one's really cool. It has that really trendy like choker neck to it. Like this is the front, and has a neck. It's very, very deep V-neck with the choker top. It was funny when I was checking out, the girl was like, how low, like as I tried it on, she's like, how low was that neckline? I'm like, it's extremely low. I have no idea how I'm gonna wear it. This is the kind of thing where you're gonna have to rock like a matching bra that you don't mind showing through, because this is like halfway down your chest, this V. But it's very edgy and I really like it. And then it kind of has like very distressed. I think it has some like tour dates and stuff like that for Lynyrd Skynyrd. It's a 1987 World Tour shirt, so that's kind of interesting. I think that band was popular a little bit before 87. So finally, while we were on our vacation in Atlantic City, we went to a spa called the Elizabeth Arden Red Door Spa at Harris Casino. I really wanted to get a facial. I convinced my husband, I treated him to a massage, and I got a facial, and I actually got a microdermabrasion, because when the girl looked at my skin, that's what she recommended. My mom is an esthetician as well. She's been pretty busy though, working, so I haven't had a chance to get a free facial from my mom, which I would really like. But she suggested I get microdermabrasion before, and I was always a little scared. I thought that, you know, it would be too aggressive, like it would kind of pinch, because it's like basically like a little vacuum that kind of sucks some of the, you know, debris underneath your skin out. But you don't really feel it at all. It's like just like this little rubber nub kind of touching your face, and I feel like it definitely helped. It, you know, made my skin like a lot smoother, a lot more clarified. I would like to go back, and there's actually other Red Door Spa locations. I think there's one on 5th Avenue in New York City, and a few more, so if I can't get my mom to hook me up, I might go back, because it was a really nice spa. They have like a jacuzzi, you know, saunas, like it's a true spa, like it's a true experience, and they say you could use the spa the whole day. Like if you get a service, you're allowed to stay there all day and just hang out in the jacuzzi if you want, which I think is pretty sweet. But I got some other products while I was there when I was checking out. Since this was an Elizabeth Arden spa, I had to pick up the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream Skin Protectant. This stuff is pretty much a cult classic. I've heard about it like 100 times from celebrities and, you know, other YouTubers and things like that. So I was really curious to try it. This is what the bottle looks like. To my understanding, it's like a skin salve. It says revitalize, shine, soothe dry hands, and smooths cuticles and nails, shape brows. That's another thing I was thinking, just run it through my brows. Another thing I got that my esthetician at the spa recommended was the Pro Invigorating, this is also Elizabeth Arden, the Pro Invigorating Face and Body Scrub. So yeah, so she was recommending this because, you know, when you have like issues with the skin, like blemishes and things like that, exfoliating is very important. So this has an LCA complex, whatever that means. She says it's one of those that's kind of like, it's a physical, like it has a little, you know, texture to it that kind of physically exfoliates, and then it also has a chemical property to it where you'll be like scrub your face with it, and then you leave it on for a little while to like the little red bottom, it's really cute, to kind of like get the chemical property working. It's like fine grit to it. It's not the really chunky grit like some other exfoliants, so that feels pretty nice. In addition to some Elizabeth Arden products, the Red Door Spa also carried a few other brands. They had like, you know, different brands for like hair care and things like that. They had, of course, the Elizabeth Arden makeup line. I'd already gotten so much makeup at Blue Mercury, I was kind of like, I'm just gonna overlook that. I was interested in the 8-Hour Cream and some of the recommendations that the esthetician had. You know, I like to try new skincare. But they have different hair care products. I know they had Kerastase, and I also saw that they have had pretty much a full line of R & Co. And I got these Gemstone color conditioner and shampoo. I know that this is the brand that Jen Atkin would typically recommend before she started Way, or however that's pronounced, Way. These have really cute packaging. This is the shampoo. I actually just got the travel size just to try these. I've tried the R&Co dry shampoo before. I really like it. It doesn't really leave a white cast. I remember having pretty good fragrance. I don't know if you could really see, but it has like gemstones on it, like the sticker, and all of them have like these cool names and like, you know, different pictures and imagery that match the name. So it's a pretty unique packaging style. So I tried this today. You know, it didn't seem like anything too remarkable. They smell nice. But I'm glad I got the smaller size. I don't know if I'll be repurchasing it. I think it's pretty cool though, gemstone, like color, you know, color protecting shampoo and conditioner, again from R&Co. And another recommendation from the esthetician that I, you know, saw at Red Door Spa was this Pure Active Mint Purifying Serum. And this is from the brand Villa Floriani. Photo Curative Skincare. I don't know what that means. But she recommended this, and I don't really have a serum that I'm really currently using in my skincare, so I was like, you know, I think I could try this. She recommended like a whole regimen of like cleanser, moisturizer, toner. I wasn't gonna, that would have gotten crazy expensive. So I was like, I'll just take a couple just to try. So this is really pretty packaging. It has like a frosted glass, and the serum itself is white. This was definitely not cheap, this Floriani Pure Active Mint Purifying Serum. But I tried it today. It's really nice. It kind of gives like a soothing, it seems almost a little bit like a moisturizer, even though it's a serum, like a very thin moisturizer. It has that milky consistency to it. And it smelled pretty good. It's not too minty smelling. Like I don't love the mintiness too much, to be honest. So I wasn't sure how much I was gonna love this, but I do like this. It doesn't smell too minty, and it definitely, you know, not instantly, but like as you know, as it's sinking in, it kind of gives like a really nice like cooling sensation to the skin. So it had like a soothing feeling when you're putting it on. Like the directions they just patted in just felt pretty soothing, and then it kind of felt like soothing and cooling as it was kind of sinking into the skin. And it seems like a pretty promising product. It's supposed to it's for, let's see, it says here, it's an exceptional purifying serum to rebalance and retexturize normal to oily blemish-prone skin. This highly concentrated, non-greasy serum with Villa Floriani's unique phyto-curative complex blend of bio-certified active botanicals helps fight bacteria while reducing and regulating excess sebum production. Skin feels beautifully purified while the natural balance of your complexion is maintained. Recommended to help fight blackheads, enlarged pores, congestion, and T-zone oiliness. So this seems pretty promising to me. One of the last things I got was back at Urban Outfitters. Again, I got these pretty cute sunglasses. They were about $16. They're just like cute aviators. They're not that great quality. They're like a little bit crooked, so I have to keep bouncing them back. But I like that it's kind of like, instead of a rose colored, it's like peach colored. Peach colored glasses, and they're not like, you could see your eyes through them, which I think is kind of cool. A lot of sunglasses you don't see your eyes, but these are kind of like those ones that you could wear indoors, and they're just more of an accessory. They don't really help block too much sun, but they're really cute. I just wanted to come back on and show one more thing I got at the Elizabeth Arden Red Door Spa. Also a gift with purchase. I got this little cosmetic bag full of goodies, some makeup products from Elizabeth Arden. It's actually my first time opening it, so I'm pretty excited to check this out. This is a pretty nice size bag, good for traveling with cosmetics. Neon pink, it's pretty cool. So inside the bag, it looks like there's about 6 products. The first one is a lipstick. This is just like I thought it was a lipstick, but it's actually a protectant stick, so it's like a lip balm. So that's pretty nice. It's just a clear lip balm. And there's also a Privage anti-aging daily serum. Let's see how this feels. It's a cool color. It's like the color of the cap, like this yellow. It's interesting. Anti-age serum. Feels pretty nice, has a nice light fragrance to it. And there's also the Elizabeth Arden deluxe size of the Grand Entrance mascara. I've never heard of this one before. It's pretty cool. Let's see what the brush looks like. Oh, it's one of these really small samples. Has one of those curved rubberized wands. It's pretty cool. I'll try that. I really like this packaging. I wonder if the big one has this cool red packaging. Also have the Elizabeth Arden Superstart Skin Renewal Booster. Let's try this out. It's like another kind of serum. Feels nice and cooling. Also has a nice light fragrance. And I also got a few of these, which are pretty cool. I've seen this kind of thing before. I've always been curious about it. It's the Elizabeth Arden, everything's Elizabeth Arden here. Advanced Ceramide Capsules Daily Youth Restoring Serum. So it's like those little capsules. I guess every time you use it, you just break open a little capsule. I don't know if that's just a gimmick or if it's like, maybe it preserves better that way. This is what it looks like. Just like this little gold little capsule that you would break open when you want to use it. This is the lipstick they were talking about. Elizabeth Arden Beautiful Color Bold Liquid Lipstick. It's pretty cool. I didn't know Elizabeth Arden did liquid lipsticks. I'm really curious to try this now. It's like a brownish nude. Oh, that looks pretty. It seems like a gloss. I mean, I don't know. I haven't given it a chance to see if it would actually dry it down, but it definitely seems more like a gloss than a lipstick. That actually seems really pretty. It's like a cool brown nude gloss. So that Elizabeth Arden liquid lipstick is called Dazzling Beige. That's the shade. And I thought I'd go ahead and try it right now over what I'm wearing. It kind of has like a vanilla cake kind of flavor scent. It's really nice. And that's it. That's it's definitely a gloss, like a very pigmented gloss. It's really nice. I think I'm gonna try to keep using that and see if, you know, if I really like it, maybe I'll grab some more colors. And also while we were in Red Bank, we went to this place called Jack's Music Shop. Me and my husband are avid vinyl record collectors. I got a few different records, but one I was particularly excited about, I figured I'd just show it here, is the, I got Madonna's Bedtime Stories on vinyl. It's kind of funny. This actually brings me back to my childhood. It came out in 1994. This is one of my favorites. One of the first CDs I actually got when I moved over from tape to CD one Christmas, and I asked for a bunch of CDs to use with my new CD player, and this was one of the ones I got. I remember really enjoying this. It has on it Secret, Take a Bow, Bedtime Stories, Human Nature. Those are a few hits from it. I think now, listening to this, it's pretty dated. It has a pretty 90s sound to it, but that's what's cool about it. I really like this whole record. And also, while I was at Urban Outfitters, I saw a dress I really liked. I'd actually seen it the last time I'd been there. I didn't get it, and I wanted to get it, and they didn't have my size when I went back. So I actually ordered it, and that was only a couple of days ago, and I ordered it in store, and they shipped it, and I got it on a Sunday, which is today, which is really cool. This is what the dress looks like. So I technically ordered it during my vacation shopping spree haul. So yeah, it's like, it has that, what's it called, gingham, gangnam style, no, that pattern, almost like the picnic tablecloth. It's really nice. It actually has a slit along one of the sides. It kind of makes it a little bit more sultry, not quite so basic. I think this is just going to be a great dress for the summer. Nice and long, kind of cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. I also wanted to mention my backdrop, or lack thereof. I do plan on getting a backdrop of some sort. I probably will start with some kind of drape. backdrop, and then eventually I'll have like a table and like a little more personalized backdrop. I'm just getting started, but I really do hope to have a little bit of a setup for the next video. I just was kind of trying to get something up before the end of the weekend. So yeah, so next time I shoot, I should hopefully have a backdrop, and I want to continue to improve the quality of the videos. So just, you know, an FYI. So that completes this haul. Please subscribe to my channel, and also please follow me on Instagram. It's haul_lotta_love, and I'll also put it in the description box below. Yeah, anyway, have a good one. Thanks. Bye.